Are you serious? Are you serious? What is this thing? Well, this is a very rare species found in the deep of the ocean over near New Zealand, along the New Zealand coast. This is called a striped frogfish. It's got two legs, but it is a fish, and it literally lives down in the deep of the ocean. But they're supposed to be striped. The name of them are striped frogfishes. This two-legged fish as a striped frogfish, but it was discovered as two New Zealanders were snorkeling and were mystified when they come upon this bizarre, all-black, two-legged fish on the white sea floor of the bay there in Auckland, New Zealand. So they had it sent to identify what is this thing, because they've been snorkeling and never seen anything like this. Now this fish, this frogfish, has the ability, it has the fastest bite of any vertebrae in the world. It literally can strike in a sixth of a millimeter of a second. Are you serious? Seriously, that's how fast it can strike. It's unbelievable, to be quite honest with you. It's just incredible. In other words, its strike is faster than the speed of a bullet. All right, now, the reason I'm sharing this with you, it's very rare, very, very rare, and then the fact this thing isn't striped. It's black. They've never seen this before. This has never, ever, ever been seen. Matter of fact, the last time one of these were actually seen was in the year 2008. And of course, it was a striped one, a striped frogfish. So to see one that's all black is even more weirder. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, it don't even make sense, okay? You start wondering about why these things are happening. Why are these weird species that have never seen before? You know, we had the dragonfish the other day back in November. First time it had been seen, only the third time it had ever been seen. There was another weird looking oarfishes. There's giant squids that had never been seen or rarely seen. There's been several species from the deep that we're seeing that are extremely rare or never been seen before. What is going on with this? Is there something biblical going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ? Well, if you go to the Bible, if you go to the book of Psalms, actually to Psalms 104, David is praising the Lord and then begins to make proclamations of things that God has done and that God is doing that is quite extraordinary. All right. And one thing he says, if you just start reading in Psalms 104, you can jump in there and it says, you know, in verse, let's say 19, he appointed the moon for seasons, the sun knoweth his going down. Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The young lions roar after their prey, and seek their meat from God. The sun ariseth, they gather themselves together, and lay them down in their dens. Man goeth forth into his work, and to his labor until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping, innumerable, both small and great beasts. There go the ships, and there is that Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. Leviathan, these wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. David is explaining that everything that is made was made by God and made with a purpose, but yet everything, all of God's creation, depends on their creator. From the strange fishes in the sea, to the moon and the sun and the stars and the seasons and the lions in their den, to man getting up and working all day till the evenings, to everything in the great wide sea. He says, so is this great and wide sea, where are things creeping, innumerable, uncountable, both small and great beasts. And the ships are going in the sea. And oh, by the way, and then there's also Leviathan, whom thou hast made to play therein. Now, Job talks about Leviathan. And Leviathan, of course, is the known as the demon of the sea. And we've had people say there's no such thing as a Leviathan. But, I mean, you can find Leviathan in the book of Job. You can find him in the book of Psalms. He's throughout the Bible. So here's the point. The point is we're seeing a lot more of these things being revealed, strange creatures. And all of these things are happening in a time where the evil of the world is being manifested mightily. The spirit of darkness and the wickedness. And the more and more and more, the further we go, the more and more we see God's creation in anticipation upon the arrival of the King, Jesus Christ. The world is moaning, it's groaning. The signs of the apocalypse are everywhere. And God is awesome. Let's face it. I mean, it's incomprehensible of his power, of his creation. And yet people would say there is no God, or try to challenge that somehow this just all evolved miraculously, when it is so intricately balanced. Well, think about it. All the rivers run into the sea, but the sea is never full. Sea level is always the same. I mean, these are just extraordinary facts that no two human beings have the same DNA, or the same fingerprints, or the same irises, or the same two earlobes. I mean, are you serious? There's no computer system. No, there's no computer software known can fathom putting together something so complex as this. This is the incredible, majestic power of God. Are you saved? Are you believing in a wooden statue, an idol God, an idol ideology, or some other kind of self-humanistic belief in yourself that you're God? You're not in control. You're absolutely not in control. The only thing you have is your will. You can choose. But you're not in control of your destiny. Will you give your life to Jesus Christ? Are you serious? Because I am. We're running out of time.